Well, there you are. Again, Charlie Greer podcast. I do this every day today. So, week in news. See how I said that week like you're kind of anywho's it. Before we do, please like, share, subscribe. If you want to support the channel, the information's in the description for Cash App. My handle is Charlie Greer Podcast, and there's also information for Zelle. It's my email. You can figure it out. Let's do this. So, week in news. So this week, let's start with my Motley Crue. One of my favorite bands. Back in the day, anyways. I still love them. They got a place in my heart. Those first two albums. So Motley Crue debuted with John Five, their new guitarist, and I like John Five. I like geeking out on his videos. He collects gear and stuff, Kiss merch and tellies. And, yeah, he's cool. You know what? This is the best they sounded in a while. I watched some video of them, and especially the singer. He's seems like somebody got a hold of it. Like, hey man, you got to quit scatting and whatever you're doing. You got to start literally like singing the songs. They sound again. They're still playing to a existing backtrack. Whatever that entails, I don't know, but it seems like everybody's doing it nowadays. So yeah, I watched them. They were in Atlantic City or somewhere. And again, I was impressed that this is the thing. It was so bad before. Now it's just like, even if it's so much better than it was, but then again, is it still just mediocre? I don't know. It's hard to judge. They raised the bar. Let's just say that. And this is coming from a fan. I'm not trying to, but they've disappointed me in the past. I mean, most bands will. But yeah, John Five's tone, again, just a nitpick a bit here. His tone, again, he's playing tellies. So they're not going to be as thumping. His tone is a little wispy. It doesn't have that kind of growl that you would expect. But hey, man, he's nailing it. And the singer is so much better. Vince Neil is like doing so much better. He's actually singing those songs instead of, Big Mac 103 or whatever he was saying. But again, the rumors are that I can just tell by the video I watched that they're playing to an existing background. They're playing live, but they're playing to a track that's got like vocals and extra drums and bass and God knows what. There are rumors that the bass player Nikki Sixx is not playing bass. It hasn't for a while. I don't know. I don't hear any thump. It could be, perhaps. Let's just leave it at perhaps. But hey, man, my hat off to them. How old are they? Could I do it? Probably not. So, they're better than they were. Let's just leave it at that. That they do a little better. And also in the news, they're having a hearing. They had Twitter congressional hearing. This is the thing, man. You can go these hearings that they've been doing like for the last couple of years, whatever. They might as well lie because guess what? There's nothing going to be done. Those are just for theatrics. They can't do anything. That hearing, the members of that hearing can't do anything. They have to refer it to like the DOJ, the Department of Justice, who never do anything. So it's stupid to even, what are you going, oh yeah, copyright. And then the Twitter people are like, yeah, maybe we shouldn't have, dang, we kind of, censorship's all over the place. You're dealing with people that have agendas. It's easier for people to do stuff now with all the technology that we have. And they are a certain type of mindset. You're not going to get through to these people. You're not going to get, and it happens all through history. People are trying to like hold people down under the guise that they're helping you out, so these congressmen or whatever can shake their finger and do what these committee members can. That doesn't matter. They can do what they can bring them all in. No, you got to have the DOJ there. These hearings can't bring up criminal charges. They can't do anything. They basically can like verbal attack them, give them a tongue lashing. That's it. You understand, like in the 70s when they had they had JFK commission hearings, um, they did find that there was a conspiracy, that there was more shots, this, that, and the other. That's what they came up with in the committee. Referred it to the DOJ or who they haven't done anything to this day. Haven't budged an inch. That's been like 40 something years ago. Hadn't done shit. They were referred to. They were like, hey, you guys need to get on this. You got, oh, yeah, we will. Of course, we didn't do anything. That's what we're dealing with. We're dealing with a small few people who they tend to be narcissists, definitely. Sociopathic, perhaps. And they get into positions of power. They have an agenda. They're biased. They see. They don't. They don't. It boils down to literally like this nanny boo boo world. People don't want you having fun even. Oh no! If you don't think along their lines, see, a narcissist enjoys narcissistic ways, like messing with people and messing with their life. I'm seeing more and more of that around. I don't get it. Even in my personal life, I see people doing like really narcissistic, stupid stuff just out in public. What are you doing? I let it go because I know, I had to pray for these people. My faith, that's the hardest part of my faith, is praying for these people. I was going to the grocery store and it was me and an older lady walking. And I wasn't even paying attention. I noticed this guy and he comes at us, crosses the parking lot. And he's like rushing. I'm thinking, well, maybe he's trying to get to his car. Like, whoa, hey. He cuts in front of us. I'm thinking, well, this must be his car. No, he cuts in front of us, in front of an older lady too. She's like, huh, what? Cuts back around and then goes back over, and his car's on the opposite side. And I look back and he's like, like he did something good. Like I'm looking at a crazy man. Like, why would you cut just to cut in front of us? Like, what does that do? I mean, again, I don't think along those lines. But the reason I'm telling you that is because that's what we're dealing with now with people in power. It doesn't make any sense. You can't explain crazy. These people are going to cut in front of you just to, laugh, macabrely at you. Yeah, like what the hell are you doing? It seems like that's all in the news. That's what weak in news, weak, WEAK. It's weak behavior. Weak people create hard times. That's what we're dealing with. If you're thinking that you're getting any kind of information from the news, well, I mean, they just won't stop. It's just like a waterfall of propaganda and just, oh my God, like make it up as they go. And there's only like 6 companies that own everything now, and they have an agenda. They own the media. They're going after everything. Everything has been, you have to mix, they mixed in this, their protocol, or whatever you want to call it, into sports, into media, into music, into everything, food and religion. It's everything. The only news I watch are some kind of, I watch clips. I watch like Jimmy Dore. I watch like Riz Flex. I watch Anthony Brian Logan. Like I'll watch a few other podcasters to get my news or clips that are on, I try to like watch both sides of the, but these people now, it's getting to that point where it's just such a tight spiral. Most of these people in power have the same voice. Have you noticed that these guys kind of had this voice? They talk like there's nothing different. They don't want anybody even sounding different around them. And the one guy that got caught on the Project Veritas or whatever. And then the guy who Project started, he's leaving. It's like, and I don't follow any of this. I'm not into, you know what I mean? I'd rather honestly, rather ignore it and be like, I'm happy. It's just so, but it's like they're getting away with. I can't believe what they're getting away with, and nobody seems to mind. You think that people would be like in the streets? No. The good news in this weekend news is that it's Super Bowl weekend. Hey, Super Bowl. I don't really follow football like I used to. I have friends do. I should say. I've had friends do. Yeah. So Scotty Beers, who's got a cooking show under my umbrella, anyway. We've been wanting to do more cooking with Scotty Beers. So, we will. So we're making a mess of food. We're making shrimp and sausage egg rolls. We're making chicken wings, and we're making sirloin steak sandwiches. Like, we're going out. The Chiefs. See, the Chiefs are his team. Chiefs are doing great. He's a Chiefs fan. I am too. Back when I was really into football, my teams were the Chiefs, the Chargers, and the Raiders. Now I don't even know who, what, and where. I've been watching the Chiefs this year just because Scotty's into the Chiefs. I hang over there. I'll go over there and watch football. But technically, it might be like a once in a lifetime kind of thing. Super Bowl, you never know. Will they be back? Maybe, perhaps. So let's just go all out. So we again, sausage and shrimp egg rolls are going to be the bomb. We're preparing those today. Then what we'll do is we'll wrap them tomorrow and then cook them as we go. The wings, he has an air fryer. I suggest you get an air fryer. Man, come on. These air fryers are awesome. Pardon me. We actually do them a little bit longer so they're crunchy. Amazing. The best wings I've ever had out of this little air fryer. Looks like an R2-D2 unit. And he went and got a bigger one, which isn't even that big. This first one was really small. This one's a little bigger, but... And then on the grill, we'll do sirloin. So it sounds like a lot, but it's not. You know what I mean? And what else? We got chips and salsa, and, stuff like that. And there'll be some side dishes, I'm sure that, but it's not. It's literally like, again, the preparation for those egg rolls is kind of a thing. And then you have to roll them. I know how to roll an egg roll. Bam, boom, done. Fry them up. Batches as you go. Like all through the day, you want to make like 6 at a time. People eat them, make 6 more. And chicken wings, just make those, couple batches of those. Then the main meat will be this sirloin steak, if we have room. Sirloin steak sandwiches, which we made a few weeks ago, maybe a month ago. They were the bomb. My goodness. We put them on I think it was Texas toast or something. Amazing. Shockingly good. We love to cook. Hence the reason we have Cooking with Scotty Beers. I apologize why we haven't been doing more of those, but life gets in the way. And we plan on doing that. Just, we're old men, so but that's coming. We're doing more. But yeah, I'm a Chiefs fan. I mean, Chiefs were one of my teams back in the day, and Mahomes, I think he's a great player. I'm rooting for the Chiefs. And we'll see. We shall see. Other than that, the week in the news, it's just a constant. This a stream of passive aggressive, nanny boo boo, pointing fingers. Again, these hearings with the Twitter and everything, they're for show. I mean, they're not gonna. They can refer oh well, see, we caught you lying. We're gonna, send this over to the who, and they're not gonna do it. Well, we'll get around to it. They won't. That's as old as time. Again, in the 70s, the JFK, they found out a bunch of stuff in the this committee they had about JFK's assassination in the 70s, like 15 years after. Yeah, I think it was about 15 years after so he was assassinated. That they found, again, they said there's probably a conspiracy, probably more than 3 shots or 4 shots or whatever it was. Probably Oswald didn't act alone. A lot of this stuff. And then nothing. They referred it to this is again. It's been like 45 years. Well, we've been busy. And they've still sealed. Well, a lot of the stuff about his assassination is sealed. They love to seal stuff. Right off the bat, anytime you see something sealed, then that's going to be that's a tell. Like, come on, you have to seal things. Like, I followed the Delphi murder case, and that's sealed with gag orders and this, that, it's like sealed. And then also the Flora fires where the girls died. They sealed the 911 call. Like, that should be like public record right off the bat. Like, what is so? And they, under the guise, they said, well, we got to seal it because of the case. We don't want to, what case? Like, they're not even the Flora fire I'm talking about. They're not doing. 4 girls died. And they don't seem like they're doing anything. They're dragging their feet at best. And everything's sealed for the good of the people in the case. Like, that's only going to last so long. Eventually, people are going to have to explain themselves. Like, why did you have to seal all this stuff? Well, and they're going to, when people I think some people are going to get caught up on some stuff, and they're going to either say that they're incompetent or they're going to plead like insanity. Like, I'm crazy now. I was crazy then too. Again, you can't, they're narcissists. People that like want to get into power and tell others what to do. They're narcissistic. You're not gonna, you can still catch it. Matter of fact, go to any prison, man. They're all, I'm innocent. I didn't do, we got your DNA. We got you on video. Nope, not me. That's been since they've had jails. That's what people do. They don't want to admit that they've done any kind of crime or this. Ted Bundy, same thing with him. He lied and this, that, and right off before they put him to death. Well, he started rattling off names like the other victim, and they're like, what? I mean, like 30 other people, huh? He was prolific at what he did. I mean, shit. Scary that there's people walking around like that. This is another thing, people. Everybody, not everybody has your best interest in mind. They relish in the fact that they can get over on you. Like I said earlier, the guy that crossed the parking lot just to cut in front of us. I mean, he got so close he almost touched us. Then to go behind and then look at it, like laugh, like, look what I did. And this is a grown man. And the woman was more upset. Yeah. And I just like, man, go do what you're going to do, man. I mean, why you would do that, I have no idea. I don't think along those lines. I thought you were in a hurry to get in your car. That ain't your car. That's the kind of things we're dealing with. People are narcissists, so they're just going to do things to you just to get a thrill out of it. I don't even know. But there seems like more people are like that. Well, they're all over the news. Weak in news. They're weak. Weak people create hard times. We're in a creative dark ages. We have and a spiritual dark age. We have all this technology, yet it's in the hands of these people that are, it's okay. For one, when you have this technology, well, it's easy to mess with people. Like something's been going on with my computer for the last month or two, and I can't, right now I can't spawn another window. It's just like, then I thought I fixed it and it happened again. Seems like I've been hacked, but I don't know. But that's what people do. That's what I was watching this other podcast, and they were talking about how a 14-year-old kid had them swatted. He got arrested. Why would he? And he acted friendly. And how he did it, he asked for their address so he could send them pizzas because they're having some kind of like live stream. And they fell for it, and he had him swatted. Of course, he got arrested. He's 14. It's like, what are you going to get out of this? He has no foresight. He didn't think about, well, I get caught. Well, of course you're going to get caught, dude. He's not thinking along those. He just wants to do this nanny boo boo. Does he think he's going to be? I don't know. Again, you can't explain crazy. To me, that is crazy to do something like that. But they just, um, again, what is the end game in that kind of behavior? Is it and people fall for this type of stuff all the time. All through my life, I've seen people fall for con men over and over. Just the most domineering personality. Yeah, lying fools. And then people will just like follow that fool. You can tell them, like, hey, man, no, this guy's, no, you're the one. Go ahead then. Have fun. And of course, um, I try to weed people out that do that. Not try to be too mean, but man, I can't be around these like toxic people. Um, and a lot of times I won't explain it either because I'm not going to get into this. Well, he did it's just what it is. I've had people do like some even old band member. Like I just can't be around. No hard feelings. It's just that you know, why can't you just be like can't you have this consistent behavior? You don't want to be around people that like you don't know where you're getting who's what, this, where, huh? Are they going to be mean? Are they going to be passive aggressive? Are they going to be nice? Are they going to be grumpy? Are they going to be quiet? Are they going to? You just don't know. And they again, it's getting. I try to watch. I mean, I love comedians, and I try to watch like this comedic podcast. And lately, it seems like they're just arguing and getting in fights and screaming, and it's just like, aren't you guys supposed to be funny? Doesn't comedian mean you tell jokes and make people laugh instead of just ranting like a? And that's what it is. It seems across the board. I try to watch, and I can't watch. You know, with the Delphi murder thing, I can't. I quit watching most of those. I don't watch. I haven't watched a Delphi video in forever. I just can't. Deal with the infighting and the shifting gears of their who they think and what, and falling for certain things. And most are misery coattail riders that they they coattail ride off misery. I'm not saying all of them. Some of them are really good. But yeah, it's just I get burned out on this this nasty personality kind of cackling, arguing. Life's supposed to be fun and uplifting, and you're supposed to, you're not supposed to just be going after fools. Like everybody seems to just be. I don't get it. That's why I keep my circle small. And these people that I used to know that I would trust, and I thought, wow, these people would be like all that. They're not lifelong friends. And they've changed. And then they project on you. Well, you changed. What? No. Of course, we all change, but it's not like this drastic 180 personality shift. Well, that ain't gonna be me. Again, people can live their lives. Go do what you're gonna do. But and I have a feeling it's gonna get worse. I have a sneaking suspicion that they're gonna comment below. What do you think? Did you see Motley Crue this week? Did you watch any of the Twitter commission type of shit? Are you two gonna watch the Super Bowl? What are you gonna go? Again, we're doing shrimp and sausage egg rolls. I think Cajun wings. I think the kind of wings we're gonna do, and Salisbury steak sandwiches. Oh, and a heads up on because we're gonna you cut up onions and green pepper. Put a little sugar, not too much. You don't want to put a little sugar in the pan when you're glazing those onions and green peppers because it'll glaze them better. The sugar, just a little bit. Don't put too much. That's our trick. You also want to add like salt and pepper too. You don't want to so comment below. Again, please like, share, and subscribe. If you want to support the channel, the information in the description for Cash App. My handle is Charlie Greer Podcast. And for Zelle, it's for my email. You can figure that all out. It's apps. There's no links. And I do this every day. All right, like a madman. So I'll be back tomorrow, Super Bowl Sunday, for the game. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. I love you. Be blessed. Cheers.